here's all the agents. Now, the first thing I'll do is I will copy and paste all these, and I'll put them into a new section here, which is going to be Worcester, and a new page here, which is estate agents, and we'll paste this here, and effectively one by one we can work through these estate agents, and once they've been searched we can put a mark here that would show they've been searched. So that would be, for example, searched December by JJ, and I might make that something like this, and if I've searched Knight Frank I could put that there and I can see that I've done it. Now go back here. I think in this case I'm going to search Halls as an example. So I go to Hall's website, and what I'm looking for is commercial property, and I'm looking right now in Worcester. So we search for commercial property in Worcester, and it's brought up 100 properties, and I can shortlist this here on this website. Industrial I'm interested in, they might as a possibility. Offices definitely. Retail unlikely, but maybe. Development maybe. Investment maybe. Leisure maybe. Healthcare maybe. Car parking no. Business other maybe. Floor space, you need a minimum of 4,000 square foot. Let's go 5,000 on here, and it's got to be freehold. Let's refine the search. 27 properties, so let's have a look through them and see how I would assess them. So this first one here is a brick building with loads of windows. Looks exactly the type of thing I'm after. 1.2 million, a bit more expensive. I can see from the map it is within the city of Worcester, so that's a definite maybe. So I open up a tab here and I'll go to that later. First of all, I'll show you the ones that I'd be interested in. This property here, 7,500 square foot, it's big enough, it's a brick building, plenty of windows, it's within the city of Worcester. So yeah, that's definitely a site worth checking in. International House, that's the same. This one here, again, brick building, lots of windows, just big enough. It's within the city of Worcester, that's worth looking at. This one here, just big enough, looks like it's out in the country though. Out in the country is no good. This one here looks like it's a shop and it's not big enough, so that's no good. This one here looks like it's just that building's just not big enough for 12 to 16 flats. This one here, it's the right type of building, brick with lots of windows, but it's not big enough, so that one's not it. This is a car park, we don't want car parks. This building here, it's a brick building with windows, so that's a possibility. It's only 2,000 square feet though, so it's not big enough. Let's look at the next one. Here again, we've got a brick building, lots of windows, it's a maybe. It's only 900 square feet, so it's not big enough. This one here, it's sold, so we won't worry about that. Sold, don't want a garage. This is a brick building with lots of windows, and it is big enough. It's within the city of Worcester, so that's interesting. That's not a brick building, that's not a brick building. This is for a new build development site, so that's no good. Not a brick building, no, no. Not interested, not a brick building, not a brick building, not a brick building. This is a brick building with lots of windows. It's big enough, up to 5,000 square feet. It's within the city of Worcester, so that building's of interest. This is for a field with planning consent, so that's no good. I want brick buildings. This is a brick building, lots of windows. It's plenty big enough. It's within the city of Worcester, so that property's of interest. Okay, so that gives you a general feel of the type of properties that to discard and which ones to look at. Now, how I'd record the information. So let's download property particulars. save that, and then let's go to, and then what I would do here is, what would I do here? Okay, we've got asking price 1.2 million, and I would drag this photo onto the desktop. Okay, it won't let me do that. Right click, save image, and then what's this place called? Barbourne Road. In Evernote, we've got a thing called Worcester. We need a new page. This site was called Barbourne Road. Now what I'm going to do is that photo that I downloaded, I'm going to drag it here and put it on the page. Then the agent's details that I downloaded, I'm going to drop them here. And I don't want the whole printout, I'm just going to attach the file. That means I can open it if I need it. Now what have we got here? We've got the, I need to record asking price 1.2 million. If I go to how it works, I've got a list of what the information I need here. Picture of the property, we've attached that. Satellite image of the property with boundary marked in red. Let's go and do that. So if I look at the agents, if I go back to the agent's website, we're looking for 14 to 20 Barbourne Road, Worcester. If I search Google for that, bring up a map, go to a satellite image, close that, zoom in on the property, put it in the middle. If I look at the agent's details again, which were here, they've given me a little site plan. So I can see the shape of the building, see the garages there, big garden. If I look at the photo of it, I can get some clues about what it looks like from, see lots of these windows and the roof here and the chimneys. If I go back to Google Maps, I can see, yeah, that's the building along there. There's the little, the windows, there's the chimneys. You can almost see the front a little bit, so I can see that's it. These are the garages that go down here. If I go back at this again, there we go, the red line's already been drawn on for me. So I go back to this Google map, and when I use a program called Skitch, show you what Skitch looks like. Skitch is a free program. When I've got Skitch installed, I can right click on Skitch, go crosshair snapshot, and then I can take a snapshot of the aerial view, capture, and Skitch opens up, and I can go choose lines, and I can draw on the boundary of this site, which I think is actually right out there, wasn't it? There we go. Now I've got an overhead view with the boundary marked on, and what I can do with Skitch is I can choose to, let's have a PNG file. I can just drag that PNG file onto my desktop, close Skitch. I can bring back in OneNote, and then I can just drag that into OneNote, and there it is. There's my aerial view. Okay, let's go back onto my list. What do I need? Picture of the property, satellite image with a boundary marked on in red, large scale map showing where the property is generally located in the town. Okay, let's go back here. Let's get back to the map. So that's where the property is. Let's put that in the middle. Let's zoom out of Worcester. So now I can see where Worcester is. The property was just there. Now I can actually go in a bit more than that. There we go. I'll just go out again. This is the nice, this shows sort of the city of Worcester. I go to Sketch, take another crosshair snapshot of Worcester, capture that, put a little arrow to mark where the property was. I know it was just there. And again, what I can do is I can drag that onto my desktop. Then I can go back to OneNote, back to Worcester, and I can drag that into the note. Okay, what else do I need? I need a large scale map showing where the property is in the town. Done it. Asking price, I put that on already. Size of building in square foot if known. So this is an interesting one. Most properties show the size of the building. This one actually, the particulars don't. But what this one does tell me is there were 6 flats in 14 Barbourne Road, 6 flats in 16 Barbourne Road, and 5, 11, 16 flats in 18 to 20 Barbourne Road. So we've got 16 plus 6 plus 6, which is 28 flats. So I don't know how big this building is, but I do know there's 28 flats there in total. So I can go back to OneNote and I can put on Worcester up here that there are 28 flats. Would rather have had the size of it in square foot, but we don't have that information. What else do we need to put on there? Asking price, size of building, price per square foot. We don't know what that is, we don't know what the building is, and the web link to the property on the estate agent's website. So the way I do that is, here's the web page with the property on. Again, I just drag that onto my desktop. Then I go back to OneNote. What I tend to do, go back to Worcester, have a little file section, and we'll put the web link over here and just drag it into OneNote. And then I'll rename this. This is agents details. What was this document here? This was the PDF. Rename that. Agents PDF. The other thing I should have put on here as well was the map. So if I go back to my Google map, zoom in on it, this will be interesting to see whether I can find it. So there it is. Again, I drag this web link of the map onto there, go back to OneNote, put the map here, and what we should happen is that if I open this, it opens up the map overlooking where the property is, so that worked fine. Back to OneNote, Google Maps, there. Okay, how it works? Well, okay, that's all the information that's required. So there we go. And